welcome to Manila, capital of the Philippines. Okay, let's start with some interesting facts. So, from the 16th to the 19th century, Manila formed an important part of the galleon trade route, exporting goods such as silk, spices, and pearls from Asia to the New World. It was one of the worst destroyed cities by the end of World War II. Due to aerial bombing, and huge efforts had to be undertaken to rebuild it. And also, speaking of World War II, the US Army Jeeps are now used as transport around the city. They're called jeepneys, and they have been brightly and colourfully decorated to depict religious and pop culture imagery of the Philippines. It's very much affected by natural disasters, and it is the most densely populated, one of the most densely populated cities in Asia, twice as densely populated as cities like Cairo and Jakarta. Speaking of population, it's also one of the fastest growing cities. It gets 1 million tourists a year, and they all visit Intramuros, which is a walled city that was built by the Spanish when they were in charge. And I think that's all I can think of.
Right, so we're in Jakarta Airport and we're about to go on a mammoth trip. We're going to go to Manila, that's where we're going to go first, and then we're going to go to Seoul in Korea, and then we're going to fly to Delhi in India, and then hopefully from Delhi do a side trip to Agra and the Taj Mahal, and then we're going to fly over to Varanasi, see the Ganges, and then we're going to go to Europe, starting in Tallinn, capital of Estonia, and then go to Riga in Latvia, Vilnius in Lithuania, and then fly up to Helsinki in Finland before we finally get to London for the first part of this trip. So let's go to Manila. So yeah, on the plane, it's about 3.5 hours to Manila. Looking forward to go to the capital of the Philippines.
Yeah.
Right, about to take off. Here we go. So, almost about to land. Wasn't too bad, was it?
It was fine, actually.
Philippine Air, not too bad. And we have arrived in Manila. So we're almost at the hotel, but we've been in this taxi for how long? Nearly an hour to go 9 kilometers. Manila's traffic is notorious, but this is the Makati area. So we've come to the 32nd floor of our hotel, the Grand City, and look at the view. What do you think of the view?
It's actually a lot better than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah. So our plan is to get a metro to Rizal Park, but before that, like we always do, where we're going to go? Starbucks. So we're going to try Manila Starbucks. Right, let's go. Alright, here we are, street level, Manila. And you spied the Starbucks. Was it that way?
It was at the bottom of the dials in the car.
Right, made it. So we're just finishing breakfast and we're just reading about crime in Manila. It's a bit famous for its crime, most likely crime. theft, rape, assault, pickpocketing, and we just got to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
And not flash the cash, not show all the jewellery. I've taken off all my bling that I used to wear like Mr. T, so that's all hidden. Just be careful. And we've decided not to get a subway because it takes so long. We're going to get a taxi. Hello.
Yes.
So this journey should take about 25 minutes. Come back! Come back! Here it is. Jose Rizal National Monument. So, he was a poet and a clever guy, and he sort of started or helped out with the revolution against the Spanish colonialists who were obviously here. He got educated in Madrid and Manila, and very clever guy. But because of his antics with the Spanish, they arrested him, tried him, and they executed him in this park. Do you like it?
Yeah. The guard's supposed to be completely still all the time.
Why are they moving?
Well, your man just moved his arm out.
We're going to complain to the to Manila authorities that they're moving. Have you just broken that? What did you do?
I was just like, oh, these are cute, and I went like that, and it's like...
Right, the government of Manila, another crime is being committed as we speak. Tell you what, it is bloody hot and humid. So he was executed on December the 30th, 1896. There was an 8-man local Filipino squad who were all going to shoot him, but behind them were the Spanish soldiers, just in case they didn't do it and they lost the nerve. But anyway, he was killed. And then just 2 years later, the Philippines got their independence from
found
Spain.
The flames of the Filipino Revolution.
Yeah. Who's this tripping across my bridge?
There's no dragon in this story.
But there is a good, what to call it, mural. Oh, this is when he trained to become an optometrist. His mum was becoming blind, and he studied to do this. Why are you so impressed with them?
I just think they look really effective. Do you not think they look really effective? Like, it's a really nice way of like depicting history.
Look on this bit here. On this spot in 1872, some priests were strangled to death for their alleged part in a military uprising. Do you want to go in this Spanish, Japanese, Chinese thing? Do you know you can tell the difference between Chinese and Japanese writing?
Why?
I have no idea, I'm asking you.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me.
No, I have no idea. So you get a lily pad pond, you get a statue of a nice Chinese gentleman, you get this pagoda. Yeah, it's worth a little step inside this. Let's have a look in the water. See this guy here? Have you read what happened to him? He was captured and executed, and his decapitated head was placed on a bamboo stake. Bloody hell. Grim. Seen a person training to be an Arab gentleman. This is actual training ground for that to happen.
Footage.
This is actual footage. You don't usually see this, but he'll be moving to Jordan soon for the next stage in his training. Houses for pigeons. They built them. How good is that? So there's a guy there in orange, and we're trying to work out whether he is a giant or whether she is just really small. So Celine is going to stand next to him. Would you say you were tall or small?
Small.
5'3". 5'3". Right. I reckon you are taller than that woman that he's with. Celine's nearly there. Go. You need to get closer. That's not good enough. You are definitely taller than his companion, but he is a tall guy. I'm 6'4", 5'11". I reckon he's 6'5" at least. So this is like the end of Rizzle Park, and it's like the guard hut. And now we're going to go and just visit a shop to get a cold drink because we are just so bloody hot, and we've spotted a 7-Eleven across the way. But one thing that is hugely apparent in Manila is the disparity between wealth, the rich and the poor. And I think it's a holdover from COVID, but also huge population increase, lack of housing, hardly any jobs. Things are not going well for a lot of Filipino people, and the poorest people got nothing. So that's it. Rizzle Park done. We've seen a few jeepneys, saw a nice church there. So let's go now to the famous Intramuros. That'll be on the next video.